So the effective rate of interest can be calculated using the formula R is equal to 1 plus I divided by Q whole to the power of Q minus 1. If you divide 0.06 by 12, you will get 0.005. Now add this. This is equal to 1.005 all raised to 12 minus 1. So if you multiply 4 times, you will get 1.1925 minus 1, that's equal to 0.1925. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of basic mathematics class. I am Mr. Niranjan, faculty department of mathematics, Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Today in this session I am going to discuss regarding the problems based on simple interest and compound interest. Already in the previous class we have discussed problems on simple interest and few problems on compound interest also. Now let me take few more problems on compound interest. Now let us come to the first problem. Now find the compound interest on rupees 22,000 for 2.5 years at the rate of 6% per annum. What is the amount given? So find the compound interest for 22,000 for time period is 2.5 years at the rate of interest is 6% per annum. Now what is the rate of interest here? I is equal to 6%, that is nothing but 6 divided by 100 is equal to 0.06. And the time period, what is the time period? N is equal to 2.5 years, that is nothing but 2 into 2 is 4 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 5 by 2 years, right? And what is the principal? So the principal is 22,000. Now what is the formula for the compound interest? First find out the amount, then the compound interest. Now what is the formula for compound amount? A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power of N. Then find out the compound interest. Now let's find out the amount first. What is P here? 22,000 into 1 plus, now what is I? I is equal to 0.06 all to the power of N. N is equal to 5 by 2. So this is 22,000 into 1.06 whole to the power of 5 by 2. Now let us simplify this. So this can be simplified in any method. So you can take 1.06 like this, 2 plus half. So 1.06 whole square into 1.06 whole raised to half and simplify. Otherwise, the very easiest method is by taking the log for this. Take the log for this. So this is 0. Let me write here. 1.06 to the power of 5 by 2 can also be written as 5 by 2 into logarithm of 1.06. This is 5 by 2 into, if we calculate the logarithm of 1.06, the characteristics of 1 is 0.10 at 6. Find out the logarithm at 10 and 6. What it is equal to? So logarithm of 10 at 6 is 0.253. This is 0.253. Divide by 2. Let us divide 0.0253 divided by 2. So this is equal to 5 into, if you divide by 2, that is 0.021 are, again 2 2s are 4 and 13, 2 6 are 12 and 1 2 5s are. So 0.1265. Now just multiply this with 5. So if you multiply this with 5, what is the answer you are going to get? Just multiply with this 5, then you are going to get 0.06325. That's it. Now let us take the antilog for this. Now if you take the antilogarithm for this, now therefore antilogarithm of 0.06325. So 0.6, find out the antilog at 0.6, sixth column and mean difference 2, and what is the answer you are going to get is 1157. 1157, since 0 is the characteristics, 1 digit, so 1.157. So this is equal to 22,000 into the simplified answer for 1.06 to the power of 5 by 2 is 1.157. Just multiply, that's it. Multiply 22,000 with 1.175. Multiply 22,000 with 1.157. That will give the amount. That's it. Okay. And calculate, find the difference between the amount and the principal. You will get the compound interest. That's it. Hope you follow. Right. So if you multiply, you will get 25,454. So The amount is 25,454. Okay. Now, therefore, the compound interest is given by, now the compound interest, therefore, what is required to find is the compound interest. Compound interest is equal to this amount minus principal. What is the amount? 25,454 minus amount minus principal is 22,000. So what is the difference between these two? 25 minus 22 is 3,000. So this is equal to 3,454 rupees is the compound interest. So therefore, the compound interest is equal to rupees 3,454. This is the compound interest for 22,000 at 2.5 years at the rate of 6% per annum. Hope you followed. That's it, right? So very simple. Just find out the amount. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power of n, and the compound interest is equal to amount minus principal will give the compound interest. So in this case, the compound interest is 3,454 is the required compound interest for 22,000 at the rate of 6% per annum for 2.5 years. Now let us move on to the next problem. Now let us discuss regarding the problems based on effective rate of interest. Now to find the effective rate of interest, what is the formula we are going to use? The very important formula which is used to find the effective rate of interest is, so the effective rate of interest can be calculated using the formula R is equal to 1 plus I divided by Q whole to the power of Q minus 1. So R is equal to 1 plus I divided by Q whole raised to Q minus 1. So usually the effective rate of interest can be calculated quarterly, half yearly or yearly, right? Now, here, find the effective rate of interest when a sum is lent at 18% per annum is compounded quarterly. Now, what is the rate of interest given? 18% is compounded quarterly for a sum, right? Now, what is given here? Quarterly. Quarterly means Q is equal to 4 and I is equal to 18%. That is nothing but 18 divided by 100 is equal to 0.18. Now, what is the formula? R is equal to, now what is the formula? R is equal to 1 plus I divided by Q whole to the power of Q minus 1. This is 1 plus I is equal to 0.18 divided by Q. Q is 4 whole to the power of 4 minus 1. So this is equal to 1 plus 0.18 divided by 4. So 4 4s are 16, 0.04. Now listen, now let us divide 0.18 divided by 4. So 18 by 4, 0.18 by 4 is equal to, this is equal to 1 plus 0.045 to the power of 4 minus 1. Now add 1 plus 0.045 is 1.045 whole raised to 4 minus 1. Now multiply 1.045 4 times and subtract with 1. So if you multiply 4 times, you will get 1.1925 minus 1, that's equal to 0.1925. So therefore, R is equal to 0.1925. So to convert this in terms of percentage, therefore, R is equal to 0.1925 into 100%. What is this equal to? 19.25%. So the effective rate of interest is R is equal to 19.25% quarterly. That's it. So the effective rate of interest can be calculated quarterly or half yearly or yearly. So therefore, in this case, the effective rate of interest 18% per annum quarterly is R is equal to 19.25. That's it. Hope you followed. Now let us move on to the same type problem. Now find the effective rate of interest for rupees 6,000 is invested at 6% per annum, compound interest calculated monthly. So the interest is calculated monthly. What is given here? I. The rate of interest I is equal to 6%. That is nothing but 6 by 100 is equal to 0.06. Right. So I is equal to 6% means 6 divided by 100 is 0.06. Compound interest calculated monthly. So therefore here Q is equal to monthly means that is nothing but 12 months. Q is equal to 12. What is our effective rate of interest? R is equal to, what is the formula we have used in the previous problem? 1 plus 1 by Q whole raised to Q minus 1. So 1 plus I by Q whole raised to Q minus 1. So that is equal to 1 plus, what is I? I is 0.06 divided by Q is 12 whole to the power of 12 minus 1. So that's equal to 1 plus 0.06 divided by 12 whole raised to 12. Now let us divide 0.06 by 12 first. So 0.06 divided by 12 means 12 5s are 60. So therefore this is nothing but 0.005 whole to the power of 12 minus 1. Right. That is, if you divide 0.06 by 12, you will get 0.005. Now add this. This is equal to 1.005 whole raised to 12 minus 1. Now if you multiply 0.005 12 times, then what is the answer you are going to get is, now if you multiply this, you will get 1.0616 minus 1. So that's equal to 0.0616. 0.0616. Now, therefore, the effective rate of interest in terms of percent is 0.0616 into 100%. That's equal to, what is this equal to? What is this equal to? This is equal to 6.16%. 6.16%. So, therefore, the effective rate of interest in this case is 6.16%. That's it. Okay. Now let us move on to the next problem. A certain sum at 4% per annum compounded semi-annually amounts to 78,030 at the end of 1 year. Find the sum. Here, a certain sum invested at 4% per annum compounded semi-annually amounts to 78,030 rupees at the end of 1 year. Then what is required to find is find the sum. Now what is given here? Amount is given. What is the amount? Amount is equal to 78030 and the rate of interest I is equal to 4% per annum is 4 divided by 100, that's equal to 0.04. Semi-annually at the end of 1 year. So n is equal to 1. Right. Now there is a formula for this. To find the amount, A is equal to P into 1 plus I divided by 2 whole to the power of n into 2. So this is a formula which we are going to use to find the amount. A is equal to P into 1 plus I divided by 2 whole to the power of n into 2. Now what is the amount? Amount is 78,030 is equal to P. We don't know. P into 1 plus what is I? I is equal to 0.04 divided by 2 whole to the power of n is 1 into 2. So 78,030 is equal to P into 1 plus 0.04 divided by 2 is equal to 0.02 whole to the power of 2. 78030 is equal to P into 1.02 whole the square. So therefore only P is equal to 78030 divided by 1.02 whole square. Simplify this, that will give the value of P, that is the sum. That's it. Okay. Now if you simplify, what is 1.02 into 1.02 is, this is 78030 divided by 1.02 into 02 is 0404. So 1.0404, divide it. Now if you divide 78,030 by 1.0404, you are going to get exactly 75. So the P is equal to 75,000. That's it. So the value, the sum is equal to, therefore the sum is equal to rupees 75,000, which is the required answer. That's it. The sum is equal to 75. Hope you followed. Right. See, what is the formula? Here to find the amount, the important formula is A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power I by 2 whole to the power of n into 2. Right. Now let us move on to the next problem. A person deposits rupees 10,000 in a bank. If the bank offers compound interest at a rate of 5% for the first 3 years and 7% for the next 2 years and 8% for the 6th year onwards, what is the amount after 10 years? Right. Now this is an example for a problem on variable rate of interest. If the rate of interest is variable, see here, a person deposits 10,000 in a bank. If the bank offers compound interest at the rate of 5% for the first 3 years, again 7% for the next 2 years, again 8% for the next 6th year. So what is the amount after the 10 years? So here the rate of interest varies. See, first it is 5%, again it is 7%, again it is 8%, 5%, 7%, and 8. So this is an example for a variable rate of interest. Now just find out what is I and what is N1, N2 and N3. So what is the formula we are going to use to find here is, using the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus I1 to the power of N1 into 1 plus I2 to the power of N2 into 1 plus I3 to the power of N3 into so on. Here N1, N2, N3 are nothing but N1, N2, N3 is nothing but the years, and I1, I2 and I3 are the rate of interest. Now let us find out what is I1. I1 is equal to, now here I1, the first, the rate of interest is 5%. That's nothing but 5 divided by 100 is 0.05. I2, what is I2 here? I2 is equal to 3, yes, for 3 years it is 7%. 7% means 7 divided by 100 is equal to 0.07. What is I3? 8%. 8% is nothing but 8 divided by 100, that's equal to 0.08. And what is the number of years given? So N1, interest at the rate of 5% for the first 3 years. N1 is equal to 3. Then N2 is equal to for the next 2 years. And N3 is equal to 8% from the next 3 years, means N is equal to 5 years. Now, so therefore, just substitute the amount A is equal to P into 1 plus I1 to the power of N1 into 1 plus I2 to the power of N2 into 1 plus I3 to the power of N3. Now what is this equal to? Therefore, the amount is equal to, principal is 10,000 into 1 plus I1 is equal to 0.05 to the power of N1 is 3 into 1 plus 0.07 whole to the power of N2 is 2 into 1 plus 0.08 whole to the power of 5. Now simplify this. This is equal to 10,000 into 1.05 whole cube, 1.05 whole cube into 1.07 whole square into 1.08 whole raised to 5. So after simplifying, if you multiply 1.05 into 3 times, 1.05, 07 2 times, 1.08 5 times, so you are going to get the final answer as, what is the answer we are going to get is 19,473.75 rupees. That's it. Okay. So rounded, so this can also be written as, therefore the required amount is equal to, we can write it as 19,474 rupees is the final answer. That's it, 19,474. Now let's move on to the similar type problem. Evergreen supplies buy a machine for 20,000. The rate of depreciation is 10%. Find the depreciated value of the machine after 3 years. Also find the amount of depreciation. What is the average rate of depreciation? So it is a problem based on a depreciation, right? Now this is a problem, this is an example for a problem based on depreciation. Evergreen supplies buy a machine for, what is the amount here? The principal is equal to 20,000. Given P is equal to 20,000, right? The rate of depreciation is 10%. I is equal to 10%. That's equal to 10 by 100 is equal to 0.01. Find the depreciated value of the machine after 3 years. Also find the amount of depreciation. What is the average rate of depreciation, right? Now what is the principal? Here P is equal to 20,000 is the principal, and the rate of interest I is equal to 10%, that is 10 divided by 100 is nothing but 0.1. Then what is N? N is equal to 3 years. N is equal to 3 years, right? Now the formula for amount is equal to P into 1 minus I to the power of N. What is the principal? 20,000 into 1 minus I. I is equal to 0.1 to the power of N. N is equal to 3. So this is 20,000 into 1 minus 0.1 is 0.99. Listen. Now let me explain. So 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9. 0.9 whole cube, that is 20,000 into 0.9. If you multiply 3 times, so you are going to get 0.729. Now multiply this, 20,000 into 0.729. What is the amount you are going to get? 14,580. 14,580. So the amount is equal to 14,580 you are going to get. Okay. Calculate the amount of depreciation after 3 years. Therefore, the amount of depreciation after 3 years is equal to this 20,000 minus 14,580. The difference between these two will give the amount of depreciation. What is the difference between 20,000 minus 14,580? That is 5,420 rupees. 5,420. That's it. This is the amount of depreciation after 3 years. Now, what is required to find is average rate of depreciation. So, the average rate of depreciation after 3 years. Now, the average rate of depreciation after 3 years is equal to this difference, amount of depreciation, that is 5,420 divided by the total amount into 100 divided by how many years? For 3 years. So this is equal to, simplify this. This 2 and zeros gets cancelled. 5420 divided by 200 divided by 3. That's it. So if you simplify this, what is the answer you are going to get? 9.033%. So therefore, the amount of depreciation after 3 years is 9.033%. That's it. Hope you followed. Let us come to the next problem. The current population of Mangalore city is 4,84,000. So the population P is equal to 4,84,785. This is the principal. And the average growth rate of the population in the Mangalore city, that is I is equal to 2.1%. That's equal to 2.1 divided by 100 is equal to 0.021. Right. And what can the planners expect the population of the Mangalore city in 10 years? So n is equal to 10. This is one of the problems on applications on compound interest. Now, what is the formula here? The formula A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power of n. So, what is the population? So, P is 4,84,785 into 1 plus what is I? I is equal to 0.021 to the power of 10. So, this is 4,84,785 into 1.021 to the power of 10. So, if you multiply 1.01021 to the power of 10 and this, the answer you are going to get is 5,96,769. So, the answer is, so after the end of 10 years, after 10 years, the population of the Mangalore city will be 5,96,769. That's it. This is how we are going to calculate. This is one of the problems based on applications on a compound interest. So, hope you followed. So, these are few problems based on the compound interest and the applications on compound interest. So, that's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with a different concept in the next class. Thank you. Thank you very much.